Hey guys, SK here, back with another Clash Royale video. Hope you guys are all doing well. In today's video, we are once again back on Path of Legends, going for Royale Champion League. I'm currently halfway up with 3.0 Xbow Cycle. Going to be going for the games today, and hopefully we can get some nice ones. I'm really happy to see my last video on Path of Legends did pretty well, going for Grand Champion League, of course. Views have honestly been down on the channel for a while now. I would say that a lot of it is partially due to inactivity, but I did make a post about it, and some of you made a valid point as well, you know, where they did the huge update for losers and then the whole change to Path of Legends making it Mega Draft, which kind of turned a lot of players off from the game. So that's another reason why views were pretty down, I guess, in activity. Just gonna go for an Xbow right now. My opponent's not doing anything. Goes for a cannon, so Fire Spirit, Earthquake Cannon, looking like Hog EQ or Pigs EQ. Gonna Ice Spirit to predict whatever. Goes for Pigs down low and actually misplaces them. I'm just gonna Tesla the bridge for these Pigs in the left. Maybe a bit aggressive, but if he didn't log there, that would have been a lot more damage, so I just kind of wanted to. And anyway, I only take like 200 damage in the right. Plus, I'd rather not go same lane as my opponent here, so I'm fine taking some chip in the right anyways. He went Pigs way too low. That's actually a really good play that he did, going Pigs down low. It's actually very annoying because usually if they go Pigs at the bridge, you can just fireball all of them. If they go Pigs all the way up high in the middle, they'll jump the river and then not tank for the Xbow, it'll retarget. But yeah, my opponent did a pretty good job there. Anyway, it looks like it is going to be Pigs EQ, pretty long standing deck at this point. It's been around for a very long time. You see a delivery as well, pretty expected, but thankfully delivery is pretty useless against Xbow. Oh, we see a Muskie, interesting. Gonna go for a Tesla to snipe this Musketeer, anti-EQ placement of course, and then it will just stay on the board and annoy my opponent there. So pre-Teslas in this matchup aren't the best. I would say that they are pretty useful sometimes. You don't just want to spam them because sometimes you'll lose momentum. But right there, that was a pretty good example of when to go for one, for example, because he did have a Musketeer I could snipe. Just gonna Skeleton's log on these Pigs in the left and hopefully get a small log. Okay, I think I'm gonna lose my Xbow, sadly. Well, maybe I'll get like one tick on the tower. No, I don't even get one tick. Very unfortunate there. So yeah, we are heading into double now, but I would say it's a pretty good situation. I mean, he has Musketeer, not Queen, which actually I forgot to talk about, but that's going to be very helpful as well, because no access to the 3-card cycle actually means I can quite literally just outdamage him. He can't, with the Queen at least, they can just outdamage you by Earthquake cycling, log cycling with a 3-card cycle, but with a Musketeer, he doesn't have access to that 3-card cycle, so that'll be pretty helpful. Just going to pre-Tesla, because I don't really have any other options right now, and I'm fine to just fireball that cannon in the right there, because I think it's good to keep your options open in a matchup like this, where you would like to have both lanes accessible for damage. Gonna log all the Pigs in the left as well, try and take 0 hits. Nice, looks like I accomplished my goal. And then Muskie's pretty much gonna die, at least I hope it will. Yeah, it will. I'm going to fireball the cannon once more. Again, there's really no harm in keeping your options open, because my opponent seems to be going same lane as me in the left anyway. Going to Tesla Knight for the Pig. Sadly, couldn't get my Knight down in time to tank for the Muskie, but shouldn't be too big of a deal. As you guys can see, you know, just defend your pushes with Skeletons, log, and then you should be able to defend just fine. We are also catching up in damage on the right, just because, again, Fireball does more than a Quake, so that's a big help in this matchup. And I think I'm going to go in. He does just go for the raw Earthquake cycle. Going to Knight to predict the cannon. And then he goes low Pig's gonna Tesla. If he doesn't play anything, these should jump over the river and retarget the Xbow. Okay, he just barely gets the cannon down in time. Gonna log the Pigs plus the cannon, and then if he doesn't get like a Muskie down, I think this is gonna be tower, or locked onto the tower rather. Okay, he does get a Quake log down. I could Xbow again, but I don't feel too good about it right away. I'm gonna Xbow. He does go for prediction cannon in the right, so gonna archers to DPS down the Muskie hopefully. Just archers instead of knight so I can DPS. My goal is to DPS, not to tank. Gonna log the delivery, then knight, and then he goes for Pigs again. Gonna try and Tesla once more. Try and just get a snipe off. And, or not snipe, retarget. Oh, I don't get it off for some reason. One Pig doesn't jump. That's pretty annoying. Actually, this is not looking very good right now, guys, because I'm not really getting anywhere. I'm gonna Xbow again. I guess I don't really have a choice, right? Gonna archer snipe the Tesla, or cannon as well. And then hopefully get a small lock here. Oh, nice. Okay, he didn't get the Skeletons down in the right placement. Now that is going to be a good game because we get a connection. So you pretty much just have to persist in a matchup like this. I actually don't know why I tried to anti-EQ Tesla there, because I didn't even need to. He just went for a Quake in the left, but it's fine. Gonna log this one Pig back. Clip the Fire Spirit too. He is just EQ cycling. I'm just going to Fireball cycle. No point even going for an Xbow because he can easily defend, as you guys can see, and he goes for a prediction cannon. Really 0 risk for him, like going for a pre-cannon like that, whereas going for an Xbow is very high risk for me. I can just take the free fireballs on tower and just again outdamage the Quakes. So yeah, that should be no hits. Okay, I take like one Pig hit. Just going to fireball tower again. Anti-EQ Tesla is back in business once more, and that cannon won't even snipe it, so we're all good. I'm going to Knight as well, Ice Spirit, and then he really can't do anything about this Tesla. He's even trying to log it, pretty desperation play there, but not going to do much. Going to get back to another Tesla, and then I just have to log on the left, and that's going to be GG. So he's laughing. That's going to be a nice win, though. I'll say thanks just because he's playing Pigs EQ. But yeah, Musketeer, as you guys can see, much easier to beat compared to Archer Queen, so that's very welcome. Not a super hard matchup, I'd say pretty close to even for the first match there. Alright guys, for a game against Ascended. I actually kind of recognize this name. I'm not sure entirely, but I'm going to give him the good luck. Anyway, from NOA, pretty decent clan as well. So should be in for a decent match here. Going to Ice start things out. He's not doing anything. Okay, goes for a Queen. I'm actually going to Xbow instead of Fireball. This could be Pigs EQ again. Could also be Hog EQ. He actually just lets this lock on, surprisingly enough. Prince Wallbreakers. Oh, it's going to be Mega Knight Wallbreakers. Alright, going to Archers for the Prince. Skeletons to tank for the Archers, I think. Actually, yeah, I'll Skeletons tank for the Archers. Then I have to Ice Spirit as well for the Bandit. It might actually dash. Okay, I kind of messed that up. Actually, I don't even know if it would have been better for the Bandit to dash onto the Archer or the Ice Spirit. Either way, I guess I didn't take any chip, so that was fine. But yeah, Mega Knight Wallbreaker is not the best matchup, honestly. If he has a Miner, this is going to be really bad, because usually when they have Queen, Prince, Arrows, Miner, that's like the four cards that really make me hate this matchup. There are easy versions of Mega Knight Wallbreakers too, such as Musketeer, Bandit. Okay, for some reason he does not go for the Mega Knight, he goes for a Prince. I'm very curious about that. Gonna Skeletons to tank for the Queen plus Prince, and then there should be a lock, because he has to go Queen ability, or else he'll lose his Queen. And yeah, we just get another small lock there, so not bad. Plus I can just Ice Spirit for this Queen. So it shouldn't be too bad. Gonna Ice Spirit pretty far away, I guess, just to make sure I don't take any Queen hits. Nice little play there. And we're already up like 1.7k start things out, so really, really nice stuff already. To be honest, I would say that I'm not a big fan of this matchup, especially if he has Arrows and Miner. We haven't seen either of them, though, so far. Just going to log down low. Don't want to take any Wallbreakers chip, of course. So this matchup, generally, you would like to get a lock-in single if you can, because I really don't think it's going to be easy to get a lock-in double. But honestly, this is a matchup that I struggle with quite a bit, so hopefully I can win and show you guys how to beat it, because even I lose this matchup quite a lot. I'm just going to split Archers and then maybe hover an Xbow if he goes for like a Prince or something in the back. I'm just going to predict the Prince. Okay, he goes for a Miner. Probably going to Mega Knight now. No, he still has Mega Knight. I don't know why. He just does not want to go for the Mega Knight. Going to log the Wallbreakers back, though. Okay, no, none of them actually explode. That's huge. And then I can Knight for the Bandit, and this should be a lock. He does go for the Arrows. That should still be a tiny lock. Nice. Not bad at all. I can Xbow again, but I don't think there's a point. He has Bats. I'll just go into Bats. I think I'll just chill. Split Archers again, and we are actually defending very well for the most part. Going to Xbow again, predict maybe a Prince in the back or something. There's the Mega Knight finally. I really don't know why he took so long to play it, guys, honestly. Like, all he had to do was Mega Knight, and single he would not be down so much damage, but I mean, we take those. Gonna Knight to predict the Tesla, or protect the Tesla. I always mix up the words predict and protect in my commentary, but yeah, just gonna protect my Tesla. Should help out against that Queen. Gonna split Archers, and then this should force the Queen ability out. Actually gonna Ice Spirit to maybe hold it in place, and yeah, nice, take it out. Gonna Tesla. I'm kind of tempted to Fireball that Prince, but I won't, because it's gonna be pretty aggressive. I will, however, Fireball the Bats, because why not? Miner's not really going to do anything. Going to Knight for this, and then log down low for the Wallbreakers. Should not connect, I hope, anyway. Okay, one is going to connect. No, Knight does thankfully body block for long enough, so we are somehow just getting up in damage even more as the game progresses, and he's not getting any damage. I think he's just putting his pushes together wrong. He really has to go for, like, okay, see, like, what is this? All he had to do was go Mega Knight in front, Arrows for my Archers. That would be a very sketchy push to defend. Instead, he just wastes the Prince and goes Queen opposite. That's really weird, because, I mean, Mega Knight Prince is, like, the most annoying push in the whole game for me to defend, personally. So he really just had to go for a Mega Knight Prince push there, but he didn't. Anyway, we take that. Queen's going to be invisible. Going to log it back just to make sure I don't lose my tower to the Queen. Get a Knight to protect my Archers, I think, and I can Xbow with these new, or I can go for a new Xbow as opposed to trying to hold on to my old one. Another big important skill with this deck, guys, is knowing when to let Xbows die, getting back to a new one instead of just holding on to your old ones all the time. Again, Mega Knight comes down, which means I'm going to have to let this die. Going to stack Archers, and then try and get back to another Knight for this. Ice Spirit to protect my Tesla, and then it does not jump. Okay, never mind. That was not very good protection of my Tesla. I want a defensive Expo now that is triple, because honestly, defensive Expos do get a fair amount of value in this matchup. He has no big spell, and I don't really like them earlier on because you would like to pressure with Xbows, but in triple, Xbows on defense get a lot of value, to be honest, because, I mean, it's triple elixir. Elixir flow just works like that. I can explain it more later, but take my word for it, Xbows get a lot of value on defense in triple elixir, even if they don't in double or single. Especially in single, they really don't, but yeah, I'm going to Tesla instead of Xbow because he might go for a Mega Knight push in front of this Prince. I think this might be his first Prince Mega Knight push the whole game, guys. Basically, how you want to defend it. Okay, never mind. Prince, okay, does not go in front. I thought it did for a sec. But basically, you want to Knight for the Mega Knight, Skeletons for the Prince, and then just DPS from the side. You basically don't want your Knight to die to the Prince. Gonna fireball the Wallbreakers off. That should be a really easy defense. Archer should take care of this Miner too. Gonna Knight just to be safe, fireball the tower, and that's going to be a very nice win against Mega Knight Wallbreakers, guys. So hopefully a decent template of how to play against it. I know my opponent didn't play the best, and that matchup should usually be more difficult than that one was, but still, you know, we take those. Very happy overall, so yeah, we take a very nice win against Mega Knight Wallbreakers. Alright guys, for our next game against a Chinese player. Looks to have some E-Golem stuff on his banner, so hopefully not playing E-Golem, but we will see. Ice Spirit Log is not doing anything to start things out, so just gonna split archers, I guess, just be pretty safe. And I do think that I'm gonna Xbow because he goes for a lumberjack, probably gonna be Golem, not E-Golem, as I first suspected. Yeah, E-Drag comes down. I can actually activate King off this E-Drag maybe, although Archer is DPSing it down a fair amount, but should be okay, I hope. We get some decent chip in the right though, so whenever they go for like a 4 elixir card in the back, I think it's going to be a Golem deck. I usually do go for the Xbow opposite. Okay, I just realized I messed up, because Archer did DPS down the E-Drag. I had the timing right, but I kind of messed up my calculation, because obviously the E-Drag didn't survive. If you have been watching my videos for a while now, you'll know that I usually like to activate E-Drags with the second E-Drag hit. I just feel like it helps me get in the rhythm more, and is just overall more beneficial. However, I feel like for these situations, you kind of have to be careful. Like, just now, the Archer DPS the E-Drag down. You kind of have to be more confident and just go for the first E-Drag activation, because King activation against Golem is a huge help. Like, right here, I would be so much better off if I'd activated King, but still should be fine. Gonna protect my Archers with my Skeletons. Always important to catch the Barb Barrels if you can. And then this should be a relatively straightforward defense. Okay, I have to Knight to cut all this into the middle. And then I guess Archers too, because he does have the Phoenix still alive as well. But still should be okay. I can maybe even Xbow with these. Never mind, he goes E-Barbs right into my Archers though. Okay, never mind. Wow, Rage plus Zap, I think, or whatever that was, killed my Archers. Have to get back to a Knight for that. I was really not expecting that to die, but I guess he already had that calculated. Anyway, he will have to respond to this Knight, whether it's with an E-Drag or a Lumberjack or whatever it is, or maybe even a Golem. He will have to respond. Otherwise, it'll be like 5 or something hits. Yeah, the Golem is pretty expected. I'm just going to stack Archers, I guess. So in this matchup, guys, I would say that Archers are very valuable against any Golem matchup, but in this one especially, they do so much work. The only issue is they have an E-Drag, as you guys can see right here. Gonna Ice Spirit maybe try and take the E-Drag out. Okay, no, very nice NATO on his end. Gonna Archers down low. I love this placement, as you guys can see right in front of the King Tower, just sniping the Golem far away from the E-Drag. I'm definitely going to Xbow with this because I do have Archers helping out, and it should be pretty easy. Gonna Skeletons log on the Barbarian. Nice, we get a lock, pretty huge. Gonna Ice Spirit for whatever. Okay, E-Drag comes down. Gonna Knight as well, and then Archers to DPS down. Okay, I went Archers to try and distract the E-Drag's chain. Looks like I still got it off though, even though, or it looks like it didn't hit my Xbow, even though I didn't get the intended protection. So that's gonna be very nice. That should be GG. Just have to log the tower. I believe it does 77. Yeah, it does. So very, very nice stuff there. Next one against Golem, E-Barbs Pump. Pretty good defense, as you guys can see. Just want to isolate the E-Drag, try and take it out. Otherwise, don't let them get E-Drag value without forcing them to go for an E-Drag NATO. And yeah, very nice one against Golem Pump. Alright guys, we're off to a pretty good start for the video so far. For our next match against 007, looks like we're against James Bond himself here. You see a Royal Ghost, just gonna Knight for it, and then hover Archers in case he goes for a Marcher. Really hope it is Marcher, because I would love to go against Magic Archer. Okay, Bowler. I'm gonna go Xbow. I don't know what Royal Ghost Bowler is, except for, I guess, Graveyard Freeze. Okay, Pigs. I'm gonna Fireball them and maybe get a lock here, because you should be kind of low in Elixir. Yeah, that's a lock. Okay, no, it's not. Wow, I really thought it was a lock. I guess Bowler just barely was in range, and I have to let that go to the Skelly Drags now. Gonna Ice Spirit for the Bowler, and then Knight. They should actually... Okay, I guess that was fine. That Ice Spirit placement does actually go to the Bowler, although Skelly Drags did distract it from its original purpose, but Knight was still able to tank, so I guess that was an okay defense. So, very interesting deck here. Skelly Drags, Bowler, Royal Ghost, Pigs. Looks like some kind of interesting Fireball bait deck. Not really something that I'm used to seeing. Okay, Scaly Barrel 2. I'm gonna just archers for it, and then if he has arrows, I'll have to log. Otherwise, I can Xbow maybe to counter push with them. Yeah, I'll definitely counter push. So we should be all good here. Ghost comes down, gonna log the Skarmy as well. I usually log the side with more skeletons, so sometimes they split Skarmy and go skeletons, like a bigger clump of skeletons on the other lane. Right there, though, my opponent went skeleton same lane, so just logged same lane. Gonna Ice Spirit. This is the placement against Bowler I was talking about. As you guys can see, it barely just jumps in time. Very important placement to know against Bowler. Also works against Hunter, so keep that in mind. It's just one tile over. Okay, I was looking away for a sec, did not see the pig, so I sadly have to knight with this Tesla, because Tesla alone does not take out pigs, especially when you place it as badly as I did just now. So sadly have to overcommit to the pigs, but still, he does have to respond to this. I'm going to hover my Fireball for the Skelly Drags. Yeah, I knew he was going to go for them. I was actually tempted to prediction Fireball there, but obviously it would have been way too ballsy for single Elixir. We do get 2 Knight hits, though. Not bad, so pretty decent. I'm going to split Archers for this Ghost. And, okay, never mind. He goes Skelly Barrel, so that's going to throw my plan off a bit, but still it should be... Okay, wow, Clone as well. Going to wait till the second one drops to log. Even though I take a bit of chip... Okay, wow, Clone Ghost also causing issues. As you guys can see, though, you have to be very safe and careful. Do not log preemptively. Always make sure you log both Skeleton Barrels, so you want to wait for the second one to pop as well. Because if you log too early, you'll just take a lot of damage for no reason, basically. Gonna Archers for this iDrag. Looks like he does not have arrows or any response to Archers, really, in this deck so far. So that's gonna be my saving grace right now. I'm actually gonna Xbow opposite, because I do have an Xbow helping out, plus he just wasted his Bowler. So it should be an okay situation. If he goes for pigs, I can Fireball them. Okay, goes pigs this lane. Gonna Tesla to kite them out of Xbow range, hopefully, and maybe get a small lock. And nice, we get a lock. Perfect. I'm not going to Fireball those, because Xbow's basically dead anyways. Going to Archers snipe this Bowler instead. Ice Spirit for the Skelly Dragons. And then I have to log again once both of them get down. This is looking kind of sketchy. I guess I'm going to Xbow and then Knight for the Bowler. So going to wait for the Bowler, then Knight. Okay, he actually does get a pretty good play off. Oh, no, Archers, though, that should not... Okay, wow, he goes pigs, holding my Knight in place in line of the Bowler's boulder. He's actually playing this really well. Wow, this guy is really not bad. Like, he knows his tricks with this deck. I'm going to pre-Tesla in this spot so that it will help against a Skeleton Barrel. I'm definitely going to have to get a lock somehow, so this is not ideal. Because, I mean, I'm taking a lot of chip. I'm going to Xbow again, and I just hope to get a lock right now. I think he's back to Bowler, though, so this is going to be a bit sketchy. Gonna log. Hopefully he's not back to Bowler in time. Okay, he is, but that should not be on the Xbow. Perfect, actually. So I can Archers DPS down the Bowler, Skeletons as well for this, and then Ice Spirit for the Royal Ghost, and this should be a small lock and a Knight for the iDrag. Okay, he does go for pigs last second. I guess I'm going to let those go, right? I have a Knight helping out, and just Xbow again. Plus, Knight in the left is forcing Skelly Drags out. Gonna Archers DPS down, whatever. Log, this should definitely be a lock. I don't think he has enough for a Bowler after going for those Skelly Drags. Perfect, so good. Elixir counting there. Gonna Tesla for this Bowler, I think, because... actually, should I Tesla? I'm gonna Knight. I was gonna Tesla, but I think I have too much stuff I need to Tesla for, honestly, like Skelly Barrel and Pigs, so I'm just gonna Tesla to snipe the Bowler instead. Okay, completely failed, but still should be okay. Archers will do a decent job at DPSing, and I'm going to Fireball that 100%. Like, he just gave me a ton of Fireball value. I will log as well, just why not? He does go for the clone. If I didn't log, I might have lost, so good thing I did. Gonna Defensive Expo. He does not seem to have a good response to defensive expos. He just has, like, clone, no, like, small spells or even big spells, I think. So, yeah, pretty decent stuff. Just going to log on defense here. And then Ice Spirit for the iDrag just to reset it. Tesla in the middle, and looks like we did win, guys. So, that was pretty sketchy for a lot of it, but all I really had to do was be patient and, get ready to be aggressive. So, you know, like I say all the time, Expo is not a deck where you win in one connection, like it is, but it's not a deck where every connection means you have to get a lock, or every Expo means you have to get a lock with it. Usually it means you have to play passive, play safe, eventually be patient, and you will get a lock if you protect your Expos well, if you get the perfect opportunity, but don't rush it, just be pretty safe, and you should be fine. Anyway, nice win there. Alright guys, so I did just receive my mastery level 10 for my log, so I finally maxed my log on this account. Pretty nice stuff. They're going to take a screenshot of that. Pretty happy, I guess. I'm definitely going to open the banner chest as well. Hopefully I get something nice, but we'll see what it is. Ooh, Dream House. That's actually pretty nice. I'm actually going to use that, I think. So we did get our max log. I believe my entire Expo deck is max mastery now, so not bad at all. Definitely going to switch, actually. This is a really nice Aurora background, but I'm still going to try that one out because it synergizes pretty well, I would say, with the Archer. And yeah, pretty happy to get my log mastery level 10, I guess, and 6k gold. Just going to claim that too. Alright guys, queue time took a while, so continuing from that brief intermission, we found our next match against Lego07. Gonna give him the good luck, see what he's gonna be running here. Gonna split archers because Xbow is next up in hand, and I like to do the play, you know, where they play something in the back, I go Xbow opposite. Gonna go for that right now. After seeing Fisherman, it's most likely gonna be RG, which means it's probably gonna be a pretty tough matchup. But we will find out. Gonna knight in front of the archer as well to DPS down the Skelly King. We do see the RG come down, so RG Skelly King isn't as bad as it could be. I mean, there's a lot of RG Monk running around right now, and that would be a lot worse than RG Skeleton King, so, you know, not really worst case scenario, but still, depends on if he has Lightning or Fireball. It could be a pretty tough matchup. I usually beat Fireball every time, but Lightning is going to be a bit of a pain. Gonna have to log these pigs back, I think, or Hogs rather, and then we are going to get some chip as well with the log, so he's going to get some with this one cursed hog, but we're up with the Fireball log, and since I did bait out the RG, I could maybe go in again, although I don't have Fireball and Cycle for Zappies, since he most likely has Zappies in here. I'm going to wait to Xbow though. I'm just going to go for it, and then see if he wants to go for like Zappies or something. He does, so I'm going to try and DPS these Zappies down, I guess, with Archer's Ice Spirit. This actually looks like it has the potential to get a lock. He does go for the Skelly King. And I'm going to knight in front to protect my archers too. I actually could get a small lock, or if not, at least I didn't really get a negative trade there. I mean, I forced out Zappy, Skelly King, Fisherman, and he's going to have to respond to this knight plus archer, although he could do so with a Mother Witch, and he does, which is going to be kind of a pain. Going to log the Cursed Hog back though. That should be no chip, so if you log one Cursed Hog, it usually doesn't get any damage, and then we'll also take care of the Mother Witch. So not too bad. RG Skelly King again. I am not sure if he has Fireball or Lightning. I do hope it's Fireball for my own sake though. No Mother Witch in Cycle, so you can... in this matchup, you have to be very careful about how you cycle your skeletons, believe it or not, because you can really get punished by a Mother Witch for cycling skeletons haphazardly. I've actually had that happen to me many times, so I'm really careful about it now. I think I'm just going to knight the back in the right and just keep chilling. Tesla in the middle against all of this stuff. I misplaced it down by one, but that should be fine. That's going to be in Fireball range, but I doubt he's going to take it. Just going to Xbow on defense here, and I think I will take that Fireball on the Fisherman just because he gave it to me. Why not? Free Fireball. And then he goes RG the back. Should be decent, I mean, relatively decent play on his end, considering he's not really giving my Tesla any value. He's kind of avoiding it, but still don't think this should cause any issues, and Scaling ability would be a really bad play there. He doesn't go for it. Fireball misses my Xbow, so that's pretty good. I think I can defend this RG without going for a second Tesla. Nice skeletons predict on the Fisherman, but he also predicts my skeletons with the log. I will be forced to second Tesla now, and should be okay, although I think he's back to RG for sure. Might go RG in the right, but defense Expo again should be pretty decent here, so this is pretty much how I like to play this match. By be relatively aggressive in single, and try not to cycle the RG, but in double I usually just play very defensively because there's no real point being aggressive. Gonna Skeleton's Ice Spirit to DPS the RG down. He could definitely go for a Mother Witch if he wants, but he does not, so Tesla will do a pretty good job. I don't really have an opportunity to go in still because he's kind of lane blocking with that Fisherman there. Just gonna log cycle. Tesla should take care of this Cursed Hog that's about to spawn. Gonna split archers and probably just offensive Expo now. This time I'm not really trying to get a lock, I'm rather just trying to prevent him from going for an RG on the left. So sometimes you go for preventive Expos, or preventative Expos if that makes sense, where you pretty much just Expo to force them to respond rather than trying to get something out of your Expo, like trying to get a lock. Gonna Skelly's Tesla. He actually does predict with the Mother Witch. This is kind of sketchy. I'm gonna log everything back. Okay, thankfully only one skeleton spawned into a Cursed Hog. If it was more, that would have been really bad. As I said, Mother Witch can really throw you off. Gonna Ice Spirit for the Fisherman. I don't think I have to respond to that anymore because it is gonna reset his animation, but that was a well-played prediction log. My opponent's not playing this too bad, to be honest. Gonna get back to a Tesla. Tesla in the middle. I could also Tesla like down left, but I don't really want to Fireball my tower. Although I did misplace my Tesla anyway. Just going to Fireball back as opposed to Expo because it's triple elixir. He can definitely outcycle, or rather get back to something for the Expo. So I'm just going to take the guaranteed damage. Expo now. Prediction log on the Skarmy. Oh, if I got that off, that would have been so sick. But yeah, again, just forcing out the RG. So now we can't really RG in the left for at least another like 20 seconds. Well, I guess he's Skeleton down, so he does have a 3-card cycle. Just going to Fireball on defense here. Don't think there's any harm at all in that. And then just log on the Skelly King. He's definitely getting back to an RG in the left in a sec here, but shouldn't really be a big concern. Gonna knight archers. Archer's super high up, so he has to Fireball up high if he wants to Fireball at all. Definitely can't Fireball my tower and get any value. Gonna Fireball, actually, I can get back to a second Fireball in time. Knight for the Skelly King, and then I just have to get back to a second Fireball for his tower. Just going to do that right now. Just Fireball right there, and that's going to be GG. Actually, even if I didn't, I still would have won, but just to be safe, you know. So nice win against RG Skelly King there. Pretty much how you want to play the matchup. Very defensively, very passively, and it is... I'll give him the well played, because he gave the good game, just a good sport. But yeah, it is pretty passive, but that's pretty much how you play the matchup with no room for error, so nice win there. Alright guys, we are 1 win away from Royal Champion League Thunder game against Steven. Gonna give him the good luck and see what's up. Split Skeletons here in the back, and he's not doing anything, so... Okay, he does go Zappies. So this could be the same deck, RG Skelly King. This could also be Royal Hogs Zappies. This could also be Recruits. Royal Hogs Zappies as in like Giant Skeleton, Mother Witch, that deck. Ghost as well though. This looks like it might be the Giant Skeleton version. Gonna Ice Spirit in the left, and then just Knight for this Ghost in the right. I kind of let my Archer die, but it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Okay, Bar Barrel as well. Really not sure what this is actually. Could be a lot of things. Gonna Fireball the Marcher. I think I missed the Marcher. Oh dear God. And oh, I did not. Oh my God. So I'm usually so nervous about missing, because really good players go for like really annoying Marcher placements as well, or Princess placements. Then I'm always paranoid about missing my Fireball. Okay, we do see a Giant Skeleton, so after seeing the Giant Skeleton, I'm pretty sure we can be convinced that it's going to be Drill. Goblin Drill Cycle. Or not Cycle, this is like Drill Bridge Spam, I guess. I wanted to make sure I saved my Knight for the Gold Knight, because I didn't want to mess around with that whatsoever, so that's why I didn't overcommit to my Xbow on the left. So even if you Xbow aggressively in single, always remember that if they have something coming down, you always have to respond to it as well, so don't like put all your eggs in one basket and go all in on your Xbow, leaving you with no elixir at all to defend whatever they have coming down. As you saw, I saved my elixir and saved my Knight. Even though Knight is a good counter to the Giant Skeleton, I saved it to make sure I took care of that Golden Knight. Fireball does hit the Ghost. Perfect counter there. Nice. That actually looked pretty satisfying to watch, honestly. And we are going to be fine, not taking any damage yet. Marcher's the back. I think I'm just going to log it. I can get back to a second log to take the Marcher out if I need to. Although he might go for like Giant Skelly Drill with this, because Marcher alive is going to be a bit obnoxious, but we'll see. Going to stack Archers in the back. Okay, he is going with like a Golden Knight Drill push, probably. Going to Ice Spirit. Knight for the Marcher, Skellies for the Drill. Yeah, I believe that will not dash, although that Marcher is going to be a big pain, going to get a lot of chip. I can't really go in the left. I'm going to go in on the right, hoping he responds to the left, but he actually does not with anything. Probably going to Giant Skelly. Ooh, Giant Skelly almost gets kited wrong lane. Wow, I did like a little back and forth there. Going to Ice Spirit Skellies for this Bar Barrel. Very crucial to catch Bar Barrel. I saw someone ask a question like, how do you catch Bar Barrels? It's really just a matter of practice, to be honest. Like, you just have to practice a lot. Oh, wow. Gold Knight doesn't actually dash onto the Xbow. That's huge. I'm actually going to defend this then, because I really wasn't expecting that. We should get a lock here thanks to that. So, very nice. Very, very nice. Going to Xbow on the left, because he has to respond to this Xbow on the right. And plus, Knight Archer going to town on the left, or on the right as well, rather. Xbow is on tower, and the right is already down to 1k. Going to Ice Spirit to target this Bar Barrel. Knight in front as well. And that's going to be... Wow, we are going to town in this match here. Let's go for a nice NATO. Gonna Xbow on the right just to force even more out. Probably the Giant Skeleton. He doesn't even have an elixir for the Giant Skeleton, looks like. So, yeah, the ball is entirely in our court right now. Like, this is amazing momentum. Gonna Ice Spirit Skellies, maybe get a small lock off this Xbow. No, Xbow's gonna die, sadly. That's fine. We have a huge lead right now in both lanes, so... I think this game is pretty much wraps, to be honest. I mean, he's gone for like one drill the whole game. Otherwise, I've just been going in a lot and not really giving him any opportunity to breathe. Gonna go in again. Oh, he has to play something in front. I could like prediction Fireball on the Zappies, but yeah, that would have been way too aggressive. He did go for the drill anyways. Just gonna clip the Goblins and just log cycle on the tower. Ice Spirit Skellies for this Giant Skeleton. Fireball does... So my opponent isn't the best with his Marchers, to be honest, because he's giving me Fireball value pretty much every single time on them. Like a better player, as I said, usually it's very scary when they go for Marchers and Princesses, because they play them in a way that you can't even clip the tower while hitting them, so very annoying. There goes Drill in the right for some reason. And then Marcher, okay, just gonna Ice Spirit for these, should full defend, Knight for this, Archers for the Marcher, and then, yeah, this looks pretty much over. I can probably Xbow, actually, no point Xbowing, because he's probably gonna predict me. Yeah, he does go for the Ghost, so just gonna Fireball cycle. That should just be one more Fireball, one more log, if not mistaken. It's just gonna cycle very rapidly, already back to a log and one more card, so that's gonna be a nice win. Against Drill, we pretty much won in both lanes, so that was a really nice win. Pretty much exactly how you want to play that matchup, I guess. I believe he had a level 13 Golden Knight, if not mistaken, but yeah, we take those. Very nice win against Drill Bridge Spam. I've not faced that in a while, but we take those. That's going to be Royal Champion, guys. Very, very nice stuff. we will get our champion wildcard as well. So not bad at all. Really happy with that. Being pretty successful so far early season. Next up we have Ultimate Champion, which should be a bit of a pain to reach, but still should be fine. As you guys can see, I lost a little bit along the way. The road to success is not linear. I lost to this really stupid EQ deck. And then I also lost to 3M. I was so tilted after that. But otherwise, you know, pretty nice games. Overall, still didn't take too long. Pretty good ladder push there. Royal Champion League. Gonna be going for Ultimate Champion next. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Take care. And I will see you in the next one.